Belle Collective, season 7, episode 6. The girls is tripping, or girls tripping. But anyway, we start off with Latrice at Taste, the restaurant. She is giving back to the community, doing like a food drive thing. Remember when COVID and people was giving away food? You do like a little drive-through type thing, and they throw the stuff in the trunk or in the back seat. So something like that. Most of the ladies came to help out, or should I say, all the ladies. Carrie, I think, had something else to do back in Atlanta. And Marie was just late because her grandbabies has a soccer game or a basketball game. I don't know, something like that. But this is the first time that Letitia is stepping foot up in Taste. You know, her and Latrice had that talk, so finally they're cool now. All the ladies is happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We good. And they let the girls know that they're going to do a some type of party event thing to just kind of reset, since now they made up, so we can kind of, like, I guess, make up with the whole group. I don't know, reset, get back to the collective. And let's see what else happened. Tamara, her dad, sorry, like, I can't do her accent, but he's doing just fine. So that's cool. And then Letitia's like, oh, well, you know what? This is a great opportunity now that they are cool now. Her and Latrice talk. It's time for Glenn and Cliff to talk. So Glenn shows up when everything is over. They all by themselves, like basically one on one, and they can finally sit down and talk about it. Yeah, Glenn and Cliff do sit down with their little talk. It was mostly, I guess, for Glenn, when it comes to Cliff, he just thought that Cliff would have been, a little bit more vocal and would have spoke up a little bit more to Latrice to try to be more on his side. And he didn't do that. Latrice shut all that down, said, nope, I ain't talking to her. You ain't talking to him. So he said, I got to do what she say, whatever. And then Cliff was just mad about just everything that he hearing, because remember, he wasn't present for all the events that was going on. Wasn't he on a trip or something and all that stuff? But either way, when Glenn stepped in between the girls when they was getting all rah-rah outside of Selena's party, for Cliff to hear it, it was like, oh, well, you got all up in her face. And, Glenn like, well, no, I didn't really do that. Like, I mean, I was sticking up for my wife, but it was mostly to the whole group of love ladies, because it looked like she was being ambushed. So he was just trying to keep everybody back, But they cool, all right, you said this, you said that, you cool, I'm happy. We get over it, shake, boom, boom. They got some drinks. They fine. Oh, and then Latrice and Letitia, this event that they trying to put on, they ain't really giving us no details just yet, but it's just supposed to be, I mean, she told them to dress up like a funeral, so I don't know, hopefully it ain't like that deep, but just something to just bring the group back into a togetherness, a collective, right? Because it's a collective. We got to be all on the same page. And if they can be on the same page and present this to the ladies, it should all go well. Is what they're, so it should all go just fine. Oh, Marie, we get to learn that she has a stepdaughter, or her bonus child, as she calls her, named Amber, and she is Cedric's daughter. And they are going out, just doing a little painting twist or something like that. Just catching up, because she doesn't live there, I believe. She might be off in college or something like that, but she here visiting. And yeah, girl know all about her dad and Marie and a relationship and ups and downs. And she is, not on her dad's side, surprisingly. Usually they be like, oh, stay with my dad. But she like, no. Marie, run. And why you keep going back to that fool? He ain't. But Marie just telling her, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave him alone this time, like for real, for real. So, hey, only time can tell, you just never know. Okay, so next we have Letitia and Glendale go have dinner. They actually haven't really been speaking to each other since their whole little fight and blow up that they had. And technically, I am over their whole situation, because this is what we gonna do every season, every episode, right? But I will say on this one, she did put her foot down a little bit, okay? She just let them know that, listen, I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, and you just got to stay in your place. And the place is the husband. Okay? Stay at home. I got work to do, things to do. You don't have to be involved in everything. Right? Some things, yes, but not everything. That's all I'm just trying to just put into your head is to just leave me alone. um, and she does let him know that, Verse was in the wrong in that whole situation, even though, I mean, they both were wrong in different ways, but Verse was, when it came to Verse was definitely wrong because he approached him. He the first one that he approached him first. Glenn was speaking to the other guy first. And the way he was speaking with that Donald and Shantae, yeah, now that was a little bit disrespectful, but this ain't about Donald, this is about Verse. And Glenn still was a little bit upset about it because technically she didn't really fire him. She just gave him a leave of absence, which means, you can come back after 2 weeks or something, suspension. I don't know, whatever, how many timeline she put on it. So he ain't really too happy about it, but it is what it is. She'll figure it out. Maybe he will be fired in the end, maybe not. But the whole point is when you deal, she was trying to present herself in a good professional manner, right? So when it came to who do I'm supposed to defend or what in the heat of the moment, I chose myself, right? And I chose the business and I chose whatever. But in the end, she does realize her little faults in that, right? So she apologized. And that's all she had to apologize for. Everything else, trying to elevate and be better, that's what she needed to do, right? Glenn, of course, he don't like it. He just stuck in his ways. He want her to be the old Tisha that he met, 30 years ago at this point? Because they met in high school. So, I mean, come on now. That person is never, never, never going to be there. Never. Every 10 years, you're a different person, right? For him to just act like he ain't different and he just ain't changed, I'm sure your mind, what? Yeah, you different, right? And she adjusted to it. Now it's time for you to adjust to hers. That's all. But he'll figure it out, even though he don't like it, but he'll figure it out. You good. I'm saying if you hear background noise, it's just people in the house. But anyway, Selena and this Mike situation. I mean, I'm kind of over that too. Cause is y'all gonna get married or is y'all not? I mean, I guess they on the journey to getting married, but I guess they didn't figure out where they want to live just yet. I guess he moved into her house. He still got his house, but now he want her to move into his house, and she don't want to do that. So it's why didn't y'all just find a place? Are y'all looking for a place? I don't. They gotta figure it out. Everybody gotta figure it out, basically, right now in their relationships. Can we just put a little side note with Carrie and her fashions because it's giving Giselle. I mean, Giselle from Potomac. Okay, so we get to the dinner, the funeral dinner repast event because I don't even think it's a dinner. I don't know if they got no food, but Letitia had a whole obituary and everything that she reads out to the ladies, and I guess they're gonna go by one by one just to kind of say their piece or whatever. So Tamara goes first because she gotta leave a little bit early. Her baby got a little something going on, so she gotta skedaddle. But she was just saying how for her to, I guess for her reset with the group would be how she mentioned how she didn't feel safe, within the group. And I think so it's hindered her friendships mostly with Marie, Letitia. She just now getting to know Carrie, she fresh here. So Carrie we can't really put Carrie in it. Or Selena technically, because Selena just got here too. But, so Latrice has been one of her cool girls. And Selena coming in, she's actually been with her as well. She's just saying talk to her on a daily basis. Versus, she don't talk to Marie, she don't talk to Letitia, stuff like that. Because example she gave is, her pregnancy. I believe they was coming at her about Damon. Is that what it was? Who is this man? Is he cheating on you? And all this other stuff they were trying to give her, right? And for her, like, stressed out. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, hold on. But yeah, like, attacking her in vulnerable moments, being postpartum and things like that. I don't know. So we gonna get back on the same page. It's a two-way streak. I give you, y'all give back. I think Letitia kind of gave her a little pushback on there because she feel like Letitia doesn't give enough, or Tamara doesn't give enough, which I think most of us watching the show probably could feel the same way. Girl, you don't be talking about nothing. Like, you barely even be on the episode, and when is you even there? Like, girl. So I don't know if that was on her or what. Like, she just didn't want to show too much of her life. But it's a TV show. It just kind of goes with territory. We just need to know what's going on. Like, even if you don't want demand and all that stuff or not, like, just something like, but your radio show. She on the radio. Can we talk about that? They don't want to be, free promotion and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. But either way, um, Latrice, being her friend, got her back here just to say, like, well, she thinks pretty high of her. Not to say that we think Tamara's a bad person or anything. It's just, yeah, on the show wise, you a little bored. That's all. We can use a little bit more from you. And I think Maria and them could use a little bit more from you too. And if she can feel in like a space with the ladies, then she can do that. So as like before Tamara leave, it was almost as if they was asking her, does she want to be in a collective or not? And for her, it's like, I mean, you know, um, she's here because she has a purpose, right? The group is a purpose, and so she here for all of that. But I guess for Marie, she like, I mean, you just gotta open up and be vulnerable with us, and not just have this personal relationship with like Latrice or something, like have a relationship with all of us basically. And Latrice was having, Tamara had to leave now, so of course Latrice have her back. Like, well, I mean, well, Marie, what you talking about? Because ding, you don't get along with everybody in the group either, so you need to be kicked out the group. If that what we doing. And I'm glad Dick Carey did uh speak in a little bit, because like I said, she new to the group, so I think she just didn't understand, like, girls, what is going on here, because I need a little bit more context, a little bit more definition on what y'all mean. Is we kicking people out literally or what, like, but it's like, if Tamara want to be here, she be here. If not, then I don't know. But um Marie and Carrie go back and forth, because Marie like, yeah, okay, well, since you look, speaking of you, is you speaking up, you my biggest fan, girl. You the one that's always got something to say and always in my business and this and this and that. So here, she gave her a fan, biggest fan, girl. So she like, yeah, well, I'm gonna have it, because she said she was a fan of all y'all, right? So let me fan out, whoop de whoop de whoop. But girl, don't be trying to get you a little moment off of me. Shoot. But I like Carrie though, because like, she keep it all cool and fun, and it's not, too serious. You know how to go back and forth, and I like that. And that's how we're just gonna end the episode. They still at the table, talking it out. Carrie had a little turn, just opening up about her restaurants and stuff, and it's gonna be sad to have to close the one, but the other girls can understand. You gotta take some, lose some, you win some, but it's all part of your success journey. Um, and with this, Letitia says, so is there anything else anybody wants to say? And I'm like, dang, really? Is it over just like that? I thought it was gonna go around the table. Um, or maybe they just didn't want to film that part, or maybe they, like I say, they just didn't show us that part. But Carrie just has something on her mind, okay? She's like, I don't want to say this, but I was kind of pillow talking with the hubby, and it was some mentions of, Mike, and maybe a baby or something. And they like, what? Yeah, because if it's a baby girl, you know what I mean. Over, Benito, done. Like, we'll have to see. It's to be continued, so we'll get to the next episode. Bye, Belle Collective.